Another question that I receive quite frequently is about the cost. How much is for the validation process? I actually didn't check in this new financial year. This information is from June, so I don't know in July if they updated or not. But I'll put a disclaimer. The figures that I'm going to mention is from Engineers Australia in June, so I don't know if they increased or not. But if you are applying for and assuming that you are doing the pathway number 6, which is CDR pathway, competency demonstration report, Engineers Australia is charging a fee of $795 excluding GST. So if you're applying here in Australia, from Australia, you have to add 10% of GST. That's just for the standard CDR assessment, which is just your documentation, your CPD, your career episodes, and your summary statement. And then if you are doing CDR, Competency Demonstration Report, plus RSEA, the Relevant Skills Employment Assessment, it's $1,155 excluding GST. So this is RSEA, which is the Relevant Skilled Employment Assessment. This is for you to ask Engineers Australia to validate your years of experience for your migration process. So your migration agent will be able to explain obviously better about this work experience validation. So it's $1,155 for the CDR plus the RSEA. And if you want to apply fast track, what is fast track? Fast track is when you pay an extra $305 plus GST, and then Engineers Australia, they will allocate an assessor much quicker. Usually, my students and some engineers that are here, they get their final assessment or final outcome after 20 days or 30 days. So, but you gotta pay an extra of $305. If you don't pay fast track, I'm hearing from people that are not paying fast track that they're getting their outcomes after 8 or 9 weeks. So it's kind of a little bit more than double the time. Another cost that is relevant if your application is not approved, or if you're not happy with the outcome, because sometimes your application is approved, but you apply for professional engineer and they assess you as engineering technologist. So not that they didn't approve, but they didn't approve the category that you applied for. So in that case, you can apply for an informal review and you will pay $285 plus GST. So this informal review also is if you did your CDR application and if they're not happy with the content of your career episodes, if you're not happy with your CPD, your continuing professional development, or if they're not happy with your summary statement or any other documentation, if you want to appeal informally, you gotta pay $285. And after you apply for an informal review, and if you're still not happy with the outcome, you can then apply for a formal appeal, which is another $540 plus GST. So there's informal review and the formal appeal. Questions that people ask me, how long does it take? According to Engineers Australia website, the informal review is taking around 9 weeks to get back to you with the result of your informal review. And then the formal appeal, according to Engineers Australia website, is taking around 8 to 9 months to get your result. So if you're not happy and if you apply for informal and formal appeal and review and appeal, it can take up to 1 year until you get your final outcome. And the final outcome from the formal appeal is final. There's no more appeal. Obviously, you can probably go to the court, etc. But then you ended up spending a lot of money and a lot of time as well. The other question that I got about the cost is the Engineers Australia fee is by year. Here they're probably talking about the membership fee. So once you get your qualification validated, you're then eligible to become a member of Engineers Australia. So once you get your qualification validated, it doesn't mean that you are a member already. Those fees that you pay, if you pay for your CDR assessment, $795, you pay for the assessment. You're not paying for the membership. For you to become a member of Engineers Australia, you gotta then make an application, you gotta fill the form, attach your assessment letter, pay the fee. Currently, I think it's $530 per year, and you gotta pay then every year, and not just pay the fee, but you gotta also demonstrate your CPD, around 150 hours of CPD in the last 3 years. So it is an yearly membership once you become a member of Engineers Australia.